One of the best things you need to learn as a wholesaler is how to negotiate. Hey guys, my name is Naaman Taylor. I'm gonna talk to you over the next few minutes about negotiating and negotiating a wholesale deal over the phone. Too many times what I notice is wholesaling is a race to zero. It's who can give the seller the most money, and that means that person is gonna make the least amount of money by selling it to the end buyer. So very quickly, we end up giving them just 5 more grand than the last guy. What I wanna explain to you very quickly is that is a race to zero. If it's a $100,000 deal, and we can sell it for 120, that means I can make 20K. Now what happens is they get 3, 4, 5 phone calls. One guy, they tell the next guy they paid 100. That guy says, well, I'll give you 105. They get another call. The next guy says, I'll give you 110. And they just keep talking each other up. You get to the point where like the dipshit wholesaler's at like 117 and he's gonna make 3 grand. Meanwhile, I was first to the lead. I could do 100 and make 20. So you need to learn how to negotiate. You need to learn how to close. It's so important. And we throw around the numbers very loosely in this industry because we're using big numbers all the time. In front of me, I have about $10,000. Now, if I showed you your assignment fee and set it in front of you and said, hey, here's your assignment fee, close the seller. How fast would you be willing to go from 110 to 120? Hopefully not fast at all. Because here, very quickly, if I said your assignment fee, 110, I'm gonna take 5 away because you're gonna give that seller 5 more grand. There's your new fee. How would you feel about that? The next guy comes around and he goes, it takes another 2 grand away. He says, okay, I'll give you a little bit more because you can't close the deal at 100. Very quickly, your deal goes from 10 grand to 5 grand to 2 grand to 1 grand. Pay a couple of your guys, pay yourself back for marketing, all right? Now what can you do? Maybe go to strip club for like 10 minutes. The point is negotiating is super important in this industry. You have to be able to lock the deal deep and sell it very high. As a wholesaler, your main objective is to create as much space in between a purchase and sale agreement and an agreement with an end buyer. That can be 20 grand, it can be 15, it can be 10, it could be 5, it could be 2. What level are you at? The way we like to negotiate is incredible. We put people on hold, go back and talk to underwriters. We figure out what an MAO is, which is a max allowable offer, and we offer well below that. A lot of the times when people aren't seasoned wholesalers, seasoned phone sales guys, they get the MAO and they come back and that's what they offer. So they offer the homeowner the most money they can give them because they don't want to feel bad about giving them a low offer. They don't want to feel bad about it, but your commission is made in this space. So you have to be able to get comfortable making these cash offers that get you paid, they get your company paid so that money can go back into marketing so you can make more money. People get offended with these low cash offers. They get really upset. And so you have to be able to have multiple exit strategies and be able to negotiate and educate your sellers. So when I'm negotiating, I'm telling them, you should fix your house up and list with a realtor because that's how you're gonna make the most money. That's what real estate agents are created for, to help us sell properties for the most money. That's not where we operate. For the last few years, we've been operating in 3 spaces and negotiating in 3 spaces. Cash deals, retail deals, and then what's in the middle? Novations. Well, now the game's changed and you can make the most money here. Very little deals are happening for cash. A lot are happening retail still, but we don't operate there as investors. Our space is right here in the middle. And a lot of the times, this is where like the really bad realtors get their deals because they can't really convince the expensive houses to help them sell the property. So they end up getting these leads. I wanna ask you a question. Who's best set to serve a homeowner? A new agent who can't negotiate and get a very expensive listing, which is why they're operating here anyway, or a very seasoned acquisition company who has a software with 5 million buyers. A very new agent who paid, I don't know what a real estate agent license costs, 5 grand. Less than this, costs less than this. Who's best set to serve them? Somebody that pays a couple $1,000 for a license, or someone who spends $50,000 for the most powerful disposition software in the nation, InvestorLift. Who do you think can help that homeowner more? And I can still use the same MLS, multiple listing service that they can use if we do the deal correctly with that novation in the middle that we talked about. Between that dispo software, using the same MLS that they use, I'll do about 300 deals next year. Who's best set to serve that homeowner? Agent who doesn't do very many deals and can't even get expensive listings, or someone who operates and do hundreds of deals every year and has the most expensive software available? That's the question I want you to answer. And that's what I want you to learn how to negotiate. That's gonna get you deals. Lines like that is what we teach at our one call close training and our novation sales training. If you're interested in that stuff, the link's in the bio. Make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys follow, share my content. If you're interested in being one of those investors that's operating in the middle, send me a DM.